Why poop scooping? What's something that people don't see? What does growth look like?
To be honest, you would think this is extremely light duty. It's actually a grind because more pressure to say, whether you're sick or raining or it's snowing out, you still got to get out there and service your clients. We're currently at 75 scoop clients right now with recurring services.
I talk to people all the time who wish they had 75 recurring customers. What would you tell those people they need to be doing in terms of their marketing to grow and get these customers?
First things first, have a memorable brand. Also, you got to invest. You have to pay to play. You need marketing. Let them know you're out there, and that's what you do.
Rob Paradis is a business owner who turned poop scooping into a thriving company with dozens of loyal customers. Most who tried this business gave up and failed, but Rob discovered one simple tweak that could make any business grow exponentially.
Welcome back to the Built Local podcast. Today we have a poop scooping company out of near Connecticut. And so Rob, how you doing today?
Doing all right. Thank you, Clay.
Yes, sir. For anybody who doesn't know who you are, Rob, go ahead and give them your elevator pitch. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Rob Paradis. I own Poo Bears. I just started the company actually January of this year, and I run another company in junk removal called Junk Bear.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And why poop scooping?
I actually had an asset just sitting at my gravel lot. It was an old Tundra, and I wanted to earning some extra income. And a lot of my day-to-day with the junk removal side is taken care of. So I had some extra time and an extra truck. So I figured I'd start scooping. It's waste, and I know how to get rid of waste.
Yeah, for sure. How many kind of commonalities are there between the junk removal business and the poop scooping business? Or are there not really as many as you think?
It's actually not that common, or they're not that close, because with poop scooping, it's reoccurring. It's every week, and it's that aspect is really nice. You can plan around that a lot easier. With junk removal, the ebbs and flows can be pretty drastic with a ton of work and really big cleanouts to, minimal work and not needing the guys as much. So it's harder to plan around.
Gotcha. Okay. So you started in January. It's been 7 months now. What does growth look like? How many customers are you at? Kind of what was the track? Did you get a bunch very quickly in spring? How'd it work?
Yeah, it wasn't a bunch right away. It was a little bit of a slow burn, and we're currently at 75 scoop clients right now with recurring services, and we actually have 14 mosquito and tick spray clients as well. I added that in May. Just to kind of add some more value to our current scoop clients.
Awesome. Okay, so what is that upsell process like? Is it just through the website and they can add it, or do y'all go out there and you have your guys kind of upsell them, or what does that look like?
It's sort of both. You can plug it in when you're signing up for the services online, or you get, we try to keep it in our spiel and in our marketing materials to just let people know that we also do the all natural mosquito and tick spraying. That's of course a little more seasonal and not all year round like the scooping is, but it's good added service and added value to our clients.
So besides that, as an upsell, what makes Poo Bears different than the other poop scooping companies out there, the other poop scooping company in the area?
Well, I would just say, coming from me, and not to brag or anything, but I've been in home services for 6 years. I've grown to a 7-figure company in Junk Bear and junk removal, 5-star rated on Google with over 800 reviews. And so I've been pretty consistent with our customer service and our branding and all that. So I'm just I guess I would be bringing that experience over to the scooping side. And so I try to treat every new customer as if it's my first customer. So I'll put them first.
Wow, that's awesome. What has been your number one acquisition channel getting new customers? What's like if someone's, I talk to people all the time who wish they had 75 recurring customers and, almost, less than 8 months of business. So what would you tell those people they need to be doing in terms of their marketing to grow and get these customers?
First things first, have a memorable brand that's got to stick. It has to jump out to them. But also, you got to invest. You have to pay to play. And Facebook ads, by far, you need interruption marketing. And people don't really understand or even know the industry exists. So you have to kind of interrupt their day-to-day, let them know you're out there, and that's what you do. But by far, Facebook ads comes number one.
Yeah, exactly. That's like, there's still so many homeowners owners that don't know what poop scooping is, like you said. And so on Google, you're immediately capped by the number of people typing that sort of stuff in, you know? And so on Facebook, you can get in front of everybody in your area. So talk a little bit about the Facebook ads. Are y'all just running simple static ads? Are you running them yourself? Been working with somebody to do it? And what's kind of your spend look like for the Facebook ads?
Right. I like to delegate to the pros. I have enough going on, maintaining and operating the businesses. I'd rather delegate, and Hunter actually takes care of me out of the PSM group.
Yeah.
And yeah, we invest about $50 a day, and and we just keep them on and running, and he looks at it. We look at it every month to see how we're doing, and we go from there.
That's awesome. I had Hunter was the last podcast I did, so his will be coming out soon. We talked all about Facebook ads and stuff like that. So yeah, that's smart. It takes money to make money sometimes, and that's awesome that you've been growing that way. But when you said something about investing in brand, what did that look like for you? Was it spending a lot of money on a logo, or was it wrapped vehicles? What was investing in your brand? What did that look like for you?
Yeah, so investing in your brand, just making sure it's clear, people understand what it is, and it's catchy. But now, keeping the same color patterns with your uniforms, your business cards, your yard signs, some of your pictures always have your branded, your branded pictures. We wrapped our truck right away. That's gotten us at least 15% of our clients in itself. So it's a moving billboard. We learned that from Junk Bear and the junk removal side. It's yard signs, and your vehicle wrap is very important. It looks professional as well.
Yeah, cool. So what was the point where you how did poop scooping, how are you introduced into it? Did you see another company out and you're like, hey, I can do that? You see a YouTube video online. How'd you get introduced to the poop scooping industry?
I'm a big YouTuber and into ideas and business ideas, as I'm sure a lot of these guys are. And that struck me. It seemed very flexible and something that I could do kind of slow to start on the weekends or whatever in the evenings. And it's actually the same reason why I got into junk removal. But I had that asset sitting there, that truck. And so I figured to put it to use. I'm a simple, stupid kind of guy. I like it. I like to be simple, but I also really enjoy home services and taking care of residential clients.
Yeah, for sure. I was talking about to somebody the other day who said something that I really thought was profound to me. And they're like, talking about a system or a business, sure, it can be 100% efficient. The most efficient, everything's maximized out to the T. But if it's incredibly complex, I would much rather choose something that's 85 or 90% efficient, that's way more simple, and go that route, because the complexity will only scale. As you get bigger, as you grow, as you get more customers, as you spend more money, the complexity will just continue to get more and more complex to keep it at that 100% efficiency. And so talk a little bit about how you simplify your operations, your business, your marketing to make sure that you can grow a business as fast as you have in 8 months.
Right. Yeah. I really enjoy services that can scale and putting systems in place. Of course, having the right CRM so that you can put all your clients' info in there, and staying on top of that. But having that linked up to QuickBooks, having the bookkeeper to keep tabs of the P&L, and yeah, just putting the systems in place really, and keeping on brand and staying consistent.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And what's next for Pooh Bears? What's kind of the end of the year goal, or maybe the next 18 months goal for y'all?
Well, my first year, I wanted to get to 100 clients. I think we'll get there with, I hear that there's a bit of a fall rush that comes. And so we're looking forward to that. But yeah, get to 100 clients, but keep scaling from there. After 100, I'd like to bring on our first scooper. I have family members that help me out right now.
Yeah.
But that's how I like to manage and know how to manage from the front. I like to actually do the job first, and then hire the team members after,
Yeah.
especially having an established route and in the income to afford them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think you get out there, do the work, you can understand the nitty gritty, so you can train somebody to do it well down the line. That's smart. And when it comes to kind of a moment or a hard lesson that you kind of didn't expect for poop scoop, because everybody's getting into poop scooping, right? Oh, it's amazing, right? What's something that people don't see? What's something that you can't see until you're 3 or 4 months in, a couple hundred scoops in? The weirdest lesson that you've learned so far or experience?
Well, to be honest, you would think this is extremely light duty
Yeah.
work, but
Yeah.
it's actually a grind because, as much of a benefit as the reoccurring model is, that just puts on more pressure to say, whether you're sick or raining or it's snowing out, you still got to get out there and service your clients, or else you kind of feel like you're cheating them because you've already taken payment at the first month. So you got to get that scoop in. And
Yeah.
so To be honest, it's not as light duty and easy going as it is, especially flying around doing 20 scoops a day. You have to stay efficient. You have to be vigilant while you're walking the yards, and you can't miss piles. And it's a bit of a grind
Yeah.
in a good way. You get your steps in, and you're outside. So
I bet you get your steps in. And then when it comes to missing a pile, how often does that actually happen? Because I see that, we see thousands of reviews come in every month from trip scoopers. So we see that as probably one of the more common negative reviews. They missed this or whatever. How often does missing a pile happen? And what are some things you do to make sure that doesn't happen?
yeah, you really want to walk in a grid pattern. So, and then keeping just like a scan between 3 and 4 feet and staying within that. But it really happens when it's a smaller dog. It's harder to see some of their waste. The larger dogs, it's actually more advantageous to scoop for. But you got your leaves and long grass sometimes everywhere, and so just taking a little extra time to be thorough. But you're not going to be perfect. You're going to miss them as long as you're being very responsive to the client, and if they want you to come back that day to take care of it, you do it. Oftentimes they don't require you to come back. They're just letting you know. And then you just kind of be extra vigilant the next time. It's going to get scooped.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. And then when it comes to Google and getting some reviews, what were you doing to get reviews before you started using Review Harvest?
I was just going and texting people and sending them my Google business page link. And it was very cumbersome, and everything takes time, right? And that's why we went to you, Clay, and man, systematized it. I don't even think about it now, and it's just they're going out. It's great.
Yeah.
I think I'm at 50.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're over 50 now. You're the 52 or 53 or something. Do you remember what you were at when you signed up with Review Harvest?
Oh, I probably had only like 15, maybe.
Okay.
You've been a great help with that.
Yeah,
You're,
for sure.
it's another pay the pro to do the job you want to get done.
Yeah.
The right way.
To hopefully free up mental bandwidth so you can focus on other things, and you just let it ride because, yeah, you're over 50 now, and with 75 customers, that's a pretty good conversion rate. A lot of your customers have left you a review. And so when it comes to maybe one habit or something that you do every day as a business owner, what would you tell somebody who's starting a business, starting a home service business, getting into it? What is something that they should be doing every day to monitor their business or continue to grow their business?
I would say just being consistent, doing the little things that might get mundane. You have to realize, like, anyone can scoop poop. Anyone, in my case, can haul junk, but can you do it professionally? Can you show up when you're going to show up? How's your communication to your clients and then internally to your team members? I think that's huge, but staying very consistent with all that is going to help. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to put in the time. Everything is sales and marketing. We just so happen to do junk removal. We just so happen to do pet waste removal. And you gotta think about that, because the way you're walking in public and what you're wearing and how you're talking, it's all a reflection kind of upon your business. And so you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Not to be fake or PC, but just know that perception is reality. People, what they perceive of you is their reality. So make sure that's as top notch as you can put it.
Listening to some home service podcast, I forget which one it was, but there was a guy that had done millions and millions in his home service businesses, and they're asking him what's like the recipe for success in a home service business. He was like, you got to be able to market and sell. You got to be able to market and sell. You've got to be able to do the service and do it well, and then you've got to clearly communicate with your customers. If you can do those three things and do them reliably, you the world is your oyster. You can grow as big as you want, but if you got to keep doing those three things. That's exactly what you just explained. Communicating, marketing, and sales, and then actually picking up the poop.
And it takes time, and if to shorten that time, you have to invest in a lot. So then there's risk. So it's time and risk and consistency.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. This was great. I appreciate your time. Is there any closing thoughts you wanted to give to somebody that's kind of in the throes? Put your mind in when you're starting your home service business and maybe it was a hard time or you're just getting started. Any kind of parting words you want to leave with those people?
I'm a big believer in the 3 Ps. I like to pray about something. I like to plan, and then I like to pursue that. The 3 Ps is my advice. But also, just a little note, keep your prices up and don't be the undercutter. Don't ruin the industry. You deserve more, especially if you're getting out there and doing the mundane things, hard things, and you're getting paid for it. So keep your prices up.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's a little nudge to everybody. It's like when you look at things that are really expensive and you're like, why are these things so expensive? And you're like, well, nobody will do them for less, So
Right.
keeps everybody in the industry doing well. Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, Rob. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for hopping on the Built Local podcast.
Thanks, Clay.